Hi friends, how you doing? I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my YouTube channel and it is time for Tarot Boot Camp. If you happen to be watching the replay, that is just fine. This is a class, and in fact, even if you're here live, you may want to do this a couple of times. The exercises that you will learn here today are exercises that you can do at any time. And now I named it Tarot Boot Camp before I realized that here in the US, this date is Veterans Day. I did not mean it in any way to be disrespectful to our veterans, but in a way it is kind of cool, right? So great appreciation to all our veterans. And thank you to everyone who is here with us live, and to the people who are watching in archive. It's good to see all of you. I am especially grateful for our channel members. You can tell who the channel members are because their names are in green. If you are here for the first time, thank you so much for being here. Please do subscribe and hit the bell. No, Dave, you do not have to shave your head. So what we're working with today is tarot context. And before we get started, please understand, these are not real readings that we're going to be doing. And yes, every reading is different. And every reading is different. And there are so many, any of the exercises we're going to do here, you could say, well, it would really depend on this and this and this and this and this. I don't want you to do that. I just want you to do the exercise and say what you think as quickly as you can. This is going to move fast. It's going to be fun. And it is specific skills development. Kylas, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Marion, it's Remembrance Day in the UK as well. I did not know that. Welcome to everyone. Kathy, nice to see you. Aviva, Pamela, Natasha, Rick, Linda, Katie, Karen, happy to see all of you. Peggy. And again, a special shout out to our members. Now, let me ask you, I've got these questions up on the screen. Can you see them? Can you see them and read the 5 questions? They've got a number sign, which we now call a hashtag, and a number, and then a question. Someone let me know if you can actually see that. If you can see that it's there and if it's big enough to read, let me know. While I'm waiting for an answer on that, let me just do a little bit of self-promotion here. I do want to remind you, if you haven't seen me yet, it is still early enough in the month that you can get your November tarot scopes and have them be somewhat helpful. So check out November tarot scopes. I want to remind you that at the end of the month, I have a Room and Zoom class coming up, Tarot Communication for Clarity and Depth. You can take it on Zoom or you can come here and be in the room. You need a ticket for it. Go to my website to get the ticket, christianagaudet.com. Hey, Jamie, first time here. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, everybody, for letting me know. Dave says he can't read them easily. Peggy Lou is on her phone, says it could be a little bigger. Here we go. Does that, let's see, I can move myself over. Does that make it better? Is that better? Better? Yeah. All right. So, I also want to remind you all about StarCon, STAARCON, Tarot Conference coming up January 21st through 23rd, live and in person in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and also online on Accelerants. Tickets are available right now. Go to the website, starcon.com, STAARCON.com. Okay, so I made it big. I can make it just a little bigger. That'll make it easier. All right, so we are here specifically to talk about context. What is context? Context is how we know how to interpret a tarot card. We all know that a card can mean anything. I mean, that's the weirdest thing is there are traditional meanings, there are traditional keywords, there are traditional associations. In a reading, a card can mean anything. Hey, Ana Luisa, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Thank you so much for being here. So great to see everyone today. So. Today we are gonna focus in, not on those readings where your intuition looks at a card and can see a whole story about great Aunt Helen in her vegetable gardens talking to elephants. That's not what we're doing here today, although I understand that really is part of tarot reading. What we are doing here today is learning about the tarot technique where you know a number of keywords and associations and a number of ways the card could be applied, but where you use certain things to help you determine context. And we're going to work on two of those certain things. Now, what does determine context? The question that was asked, the cards that surround your intuition. Those are really the three things that will determine context. We're not really working with intuition so much tonight because these are not real readings. These are made up readings so that we can work on the skill of interpretation when we're looking at context as determined by question and context as determined by surrounding cards. So bear with me as we go through exercises. I think most of you probably have a card deck with you. We will be using your decks as we get into it, but when we first get started, we will be using only mine. And I want to say thank you so very much for the super sticker from Clumsy Clairvoyance. Clumsy Clairvoyance is a member here. We really appreciate the membership, and we also appreciate Clumsy Clairvoyance's support of this broadcast with a super sticker. Super chats and super stickers are a way that you can show your appreciation for a particular broadcast. All right, other ways you can do that, hit like on this video. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell so you know when I'm going live and when I've uploaded a new video. All right, so here we go. This is what's going to happen. There are 5 questions on the screen in front of me. These are the questions we're going to work with. Every single one of these questions is a question that someone has asked me at least once this week. These are questions that show up at the tarot table quite frequently. Number 1, and if you can't read this or don't want to keep referring back, I'm going to read them out to you. You can write them down and take notes that way. That's okay too. I'll read them to you now. Number 1, how will I do in school this semester? Number 2, should I lend money to my cousin? Number 3, how is my sister doing on her journey towards substance abuse recovery? Number 4, does this current relationship have long-term potential? Number 5, how will this new job be for me? Now, you notice that some of these questions are questions that may be outside your wheelhouse or even your ethical whatever. There's some health in there. There's a third party thing. There's prediction. There's yes, no. And again, these are not real questions. I mean, they are real questions, but we're not doing real readings. These are questions that have been asked by people. But those aren't the readings we're doing. We are using them as samples and as examples. Just play along. Just play along for the sake of exercise. So here's what's going to happen. I'll read the questions over once again, so those of you who are having a hard time seeing them can indeed write them down and make sure you get the number because the number is important. Number 1, how will I do in school this semester? Number 2, should I lend money to my cousin? Number 3, how is my sister doing on her journey towards substance recovery? Number 4, does this current relationship have long-term potential? Number 5, how will this new job be for me? All right. Hey, Lisa, nice to see you. All right. So here's what's going to happen. In the first round, I will be pulling a card. I will pull one card. I will show it to you. I will tell you what it is. And I will give you my idea of how I might interpret this one card, single card reading with each question. I would like you to chat in with your ideas too, and that's where the number is going to be very important. And please put the name of the card you're working with here. So for example, if I pulled the 5 of Pentacles, and you had an idea for how you would talk about the 5 of Pentacles with long-term relationship potential, you would put number 4, 5P, and then your interpretation. And that's because we're doing it this way, because we're going to go very, very fast. There's a 20-second lag, and I won't know what you're talking about, what question or what card you're talking about if you don't label it. So tag each comment by number of the question and the name of the card. And Lisa Harmon, welcome to membership. Thank you so much for becoming a member of this channel. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Really much appreciated. All right. Are you ready for your first exercise? And in this first round, I am not using reversals. We will just do upright cards. I am pulling cards at random, so I had no way to prepare for this. All right. First card is the 3 of Cups. This is the 3 of Cups from the Waite-Smith. This is actually Universal Waite-Smith. So that's what it looks like. That's the card, the 3 of Cups. Okay, number 1. How will I do in school this semester? I think socially you're going to do really well. And if I'm talking to a woman, I might say, are you in a sorority? I think socially you're going to do very well. If you happen to be a dance student, this would be good for you. But be careful about partying too much. If you want to do well academically, you have to know how to keep that balance between being social and partying. So if you want to say what you would say about the 3 of Cups in answer to the first question, tag it number 1, 3C. There's no spread here. We're not using any spread. Number 1, 3C, and what your interpretation would be. What would you say about the 3 of Cups in answer to the first question, how will I do in school this semester? Hey, Sharon, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So anyone want to do that? Tag it. Now, number 2, should I lend money to my cousin? 3 of Cups. You may really be close. You may really be friends. But do you trust? Do you trust that your cousin will actually pay it back? And do you trust that your cousin will use it for something worthwhile? I mean, I'm afraid your cousin's going to be out at the bar spending the money at the bar. So for me, this would be really depends. How much money? Do you care what the cousin spends it on? And do you care if you get paid back? That's number 2. And I'll go and I will look at all of yours once I get through all of mine. Number 3, how is my sister doing on her journey towards substance abuse recovery? I'm concerned. I'm concerned that she is still hanging around with the wrong people. They may be good friends, but I'm afraid she's partying with them. I am very concerned that she is not doing as well as you might hope. Number 4, does this current relationship have long-term potential? Concerning. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes. And number 5, how will this new job be for me? This might be the most fun job you have ever had in your life. All right. So let's take a look with what people have to say. Okay, Dave, question number 1. How will I do in school this semester? 3 of Cups. It looks like you're going after a degree in alcohol, right? Exactly. There's the problem, right? Katie Davis, nice to see you. Question 1. 3C, collaboration with others will help you. Very good. I like that very much. Betty Flesher, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Question 1, 7 of Pentacles. We're doing this card, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. We're asking for your thoughts about what the 3 of Cups would mean for this question. You'll get to pull cards later. Okay, and I'm asking you to say the cards because we'll be doing other cards too, and we don't want to get confused. Okay, Smile Soul 20, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Question number 1. Yeah, 3 of Cups. You got to keep focused and study and work hard. Exactly. Okay. So question number 2. Should I lend money to my cousin? 3 of Cups. Be careful your cousin doesn't spend it all on good times. Yeah, exactly. Karen Winkle, question number 1. How will I do in school? 3 of Cups. I second David Victor's answer, party time. Ana Luisa, question number 3. How is my sister doing on her journey towards substance abuse recovery? 3 of Cups. She may relapse, especially because of the group she socializes with. Okay, let's see. Dave Victor, number 3. 3 of Cups. Looks bad. She can't stop imbibing. Yes. Aviva, nice to see you. Number 1, maintain your balance and uphold your grades. Yes. Question 4 from Dave, 3 of Cups. Your partner may be more into partying than a serious relationship. Who's paying for the drinks? Yeah, indeed. Sharon, number 1, 3 of Cups. You may find your tribe. Choose what brings you together carefully. Could be partying, could be studying. That's a nice way to put it. I like it. Question 4, how does this current relationship, have long-term potential? Number 4, 3 of Cups, he just wants to have fun and womanize. Yep. Karen Winkle, number 4, 3 of Cups. It's more fun than for something more serious. Dave, number 5, how will this new job be for me? 3 of Cups. Are you sure you can keep your nose to the grindstone? Are you easily lured to partying? Right. Natasha, question 1, 3 of Cups. You'll have a study group to help you through the semester. Also works. Katie, number 3, 3 of Cups. How's my sister doing? Seems like she might be partying and not taking it seriously. Yep. Aviva, number 3, she's trying but needs community. Get her to a meeting. Very good. Our new member, Lisa Harmon, number 4, does this current relationship have long-term potential? 3 of Cups, possible. Must be good friends for permanent relationship. Natasha, number 3, 3 of Cups. I see congratulations are in order for her. Very good. Natasha, question 5. How will this new job be for me? 3 of Cups. This job will allow you to meet new people. Very good. Aviva, number 4. Lots of hope, but look at all the angles. Interesting. Betty, first question, 3 of Cups, find a study group. All right, so what did we learn from that? Depending on the question, the answer is very different person to person. And even looking at that, if we look at what different people have to say, did you learn some new things about what this card could mean? Cool stuff. It's good to work in a group for this reason. Ana Luisa, number 5, 3 of Cups. Fine, but you have to be willing to do group work and share the accolades. Oh, very good. Okay, we're going to do same exercise with a different card. And then it's going to start to get really interesting. All right, so same 5 questions. And you do the same thing. You're going to... Hey, Morena, nice to see you. 7 p.m. Glad you're here, though. Glad you're here. Okay, so for this round, I'm going to do another card. And remember, give us the number question you're answering and just say the name of the card so it doesn't get confused with the first card, which was the Three of Cups. Okay, so the next card we're going to be working with is the Six of Wands. Okay, number one, how will I do in school this semester? Likely very well. And you might play a sport and do well at that too. Number two, should I lend money to my cousin? I would be inclined to say yes. I would. I would wonder if the cousin would be using it to start a successful business or something like that. Number three, how is my sister doing on her journey towards substance abuse recovery? I would say very well. Number four, does this current relationship have long-term potential? That's an interesting one. I could see that going either way with this card, but I would tend to say yes. And number five, how will this new job be for me? Very good, very competitive, but very good. Okay, so go ahead and do one of these or all of these or a few of these with the Six of Wands. And let's see what we see. Going back to the Three of Cups. Sharon, question three, the sister. She may be feeling emotionally supported by her new group. Don't panic. Cups don't have to mean alcohol. Very good. Aviva, number five. For the new job. It has many aspects and some will be good for you and you'll find coworkers who support you. Very good. Betty, number three for the Three of Cups. She needs to end the old friendship she did drugs with. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Shigelification. I hope I said that right. It's amazing. I always looked at this card as all positive, but it's really fascinating and eye-opening to see that it can mean both. Mind you, I'm still having to look up cards to know what they mean. Yeah, this class will be helpful to you to get context, the whole thing. Okay, Dave, number one for the Six of Wands. You'll get into sports, group activities, student government. You're a leader. Good. Peggy Lou, and thanks so much for being a member, Peggy Lou. Question two, Six of Wands. Should I lend money to my cousin? She's headed for victory. So does that mean yes, lending money to the cousin? Karen, number one, Six of Wands. How will I do in this semester? Really well. Dave, question two, should I lend money to my cousin? Six of Wands, your cousin actually has a lot of options surrounded by supporters. Katie, number one, school. Six of Wands, stay focused on your studies and you will celebrate success. Very good. Suarte Abad, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Number one, Six of Wands, victorious in achievements recognized by classmates and teachers. People see you in high esteem. Very good. Dave Victor, number three, this is the sister. Six of Wands, she's doing great, found a good group. Support is so important. Very good. Aviva, first question, Six of Wands, you still have more work ahead, but you're halfway there. All right. Natasha, first question, Six of Wands, you'll definitely make a grand entrance this semester and definitely do well. Smile Soul 20. And again, thanks for being a member here. Question five, how will this new job be for me? Six of Wands, this job has potential, I agree. Anna Louisa, number four, that's the current relationship. Six of Wands, perhaps. It looks like one of you likes to be the center of attention. That's what I was worried about. And we'll have the other tagging along. You may stand in his shadow. Yeah. Dave, same question, number four, Six of Wands. There are a lot of people involved, not just the two of you. You may not get along with someone in the family or circle. Yeah. Katie Davis, number three, the sister, Six of Wands. Yes, I would say she's passionate about her sobriety. So very good stuff here. Very good stuff. Just picking a few here in the interest of time. Betty Flesher, question three, Six of Wands, early in recovery, doing great, but the battle isn't won yet. Peggy Lou Levens, yes on number 2. Number 4, Six of Wands. What did you say no about the long-term relationship? So it was what someone else here just said this too. Sometimes with the Six of Wands, there can be this sense of, I'm the winner, I'm the winner, I'm the winner, I'm the one, I'm the one. It's the I am great show. And so the partner has to really be okay with that, or it's really not going to work. Okay. And what Sharon had to say about that, question 4, Six of Wands, it's going to go well, but potentially not going to last forever. It might be a transitional relationship. Aviva, question number 3, how's my sister doing? Six of Wands, she's fighting a battle, but is moving full force into recovery. Her fellow addicts are left behind. Hallelujah. And Clumsy Clairvoyance, question 1, school. Six of Wands, school will go well. Expect to be acknowledged for that in your next exam or report. And Natasha, question 4, the relationship, Six of Wands. I feel he has status. He'll be in a good position in terms of security. You have to be sure you can keep up with his status. And Peggy Lou, what if she's the one with the horse? Right, absolutely. Could be either way. Could go either way, yes. All right. So, what have we learned so far? What have we learned so far? We have learned from each other different ways of interpreting the cards. We have learned how much the question really can influence the card interpretation. So now in this next exercise, I'm going to pull not 1, but 2 cards. So now we're looking at context in 2 ways. The context of the questions and the context of the cards. I'm going to pull 1 card and then a second. So it's going to be the primary card and the clarifying card, so to speak. And let's see how that goes. And the way you want to denote. Oh, Suarte, thank you so much. Thank you for the generous super chat. Thanks for hosting this workshop. First time here, and honestly, it's kind of fun seeing other answers. Yeah, it is. And I don't have time to read everyone's answers, so make sure that you do, because that really is part of what we're doing here. Okay, so now I'm going to pull 1 card and clarify it with a card. The way you'll denote it is still do the number of the question, and you only have to say the first card because we'll know it's clarified by the second card. Should we do it that way? No, scratch that, because we're gonna twist it. We're gonna twist it in a minute with another card. So what you're gonna have to do is tag it with the number and then write both cards. Just use the code, like 6W for Six of Wands, but tag both cards because I'm going to switch out the clarifying card. So we'll do a couple of rounds of those. And again, you don't have to do every question. You can if you want. Definitely read what each other has to say. And let's see what we got. So the card that we're pulling in answer to the question, the Hanged Man, and then we say, let's pull a clarifier. The Hanged Man clarified by the Page of Wands. Okay, how will I do in school this semester? It's really up to you, but as long as you stay focused, ask questions, do the work, you can be a really good student, but make sure that you take the initiative. Like with the Hanged Man, I'm afraid you're not going to take the initiative, but the Page is a student, so that makes me feel better. Okay, should I lend money to my cousin? With the Hanged Man, I'm going to say you need to be okay, like with not caring what it's spent on, and you need to be okay with whether or not you get it back. With the Page of Wands, we're going to think that the cousin is either young or immature, has a great idea, and it's probably something either that they want to explore, that they want to learn, or maybe something they just want to do for fun. So if you can afford to, I would do it just because they would have fun with it. Okay. How is my sister doing on her journey towards substance abuse recovery? So for me, the Hanged Man is my card of the 12 steps and the Serenity Prayer. So this card for me can be all about substance abuse. So I would say very well. And then when I add in the Page of Wands, I would say even better, because she is learning and she is finding the spiritual mission in the path. Does this current relationship have long-term potential? Hanged Man, Page of Wands. I'd be really careful. I would not necessarily look toward long-term potential here. How will this new job be for me? There's a lot to learn, and the people there may not be like really good at wanting to teach you, so you're going to have to ask a lot of questions. It may be hard. All right, let's see what other people have to say. Hey, Julie Barrett, nice to see you here. Let's see. Sharon, ugh, court cards. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, Hanged Man, Page of Wands, Suarte. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. There's uncertainty for the student, but I can see them remaining hopeful and optimistic for the semester. Absolutely. Kylas, thanks for being a member here. First question, Hanged Man, Page of Wands. You may have some difficulties starting out, but if you focus, you will be successful. Beautiful. New member, Lisa Harmon. First question, Hanged Man, Page of Wands. Don't procrastinate. Oh, very good, very good. Get that paper written. Dave, first question, Hanged Man, Page of Wands. You could easily be seduced into slacking off, but you may receive a warning that you need to apply yourself. Julie Barrett, first question, Hanged Man, Page of Wands. Lots of time, hold up studying. All this is new to you. Use your creativity. Very good. I like that. Pamela Thies, first question, Hanged Man, Page of Wands. You may have some difficulties, but stick with it and you will learn a lot and possibly even discover a new passion. I love it. Second question from Dave, should I lend money to my cousin? Man, that was a tough one, right? Hanged Man, Page of Wands, your cousin isn't doing much for him herself. Maybe you could kickstart him or her. Morena, love the Hanged Man as 12 steps, right? Makes so much sense, right? Anna Louisa, first question, Hanged Man, Page of Wands. The teaching will change, most possibly to a higher degree, and you should not try to question your potential about measuring up. You may feel like a newbie, but you can do it. Okay, question number 5 from Karen Winkle. And Karen, thanks for being a member here. How will this new job be for me? Hanged Man, Page of Wands, it will go well if you're willing to really apply yourself and learn what you need to learn. Yeah. Katie, number 1, Hanged Man, Page of Wands, you need to own the work responsibility necessary to be successful. You might need a different approach to achieving success, but I see determination to achieve goals. Okay, Dave Victor. Third question, how's my sister doing on her journey to recovery? Hanged Man, Page of Wands, she's doing well as long as she doesn't panic or lose her confidence. Pamela Thies, question 2, should I lend money to my cousin? Hanged Man, Page of Wands, pause and learn more information about the cousin's intentions. There you go. Aviva. Hanged Man, Page of Wands, I think this is for the first one. You'll go from distraction to focus. Betty Flesher, and again, thanks for being a member. Question 2, should I lend money to my cousin? Hanged Man, Page of Wands, could be investing in a new endeavor. Probably going to leave you hanging, literally. Yeah, right? Question 4, current relationship. Dave, Hanged Man, Page of Wands, your partner is out there and not really trying to accomplish much. You could be a great influence, but don't be afraid to confront him or her. Rick, Question 1, Hangman, Page of Wands. It's up to you depending on the amount of effort and desire you put in. Yeah, absolutely. Pamela Thies, number 3, the sister, Hangman, Page of Wands. She's learning new perspective and working hard to surrender. She's still learning, but there is success so far. She's really having to take one day at a time. All right. Aviva, question 2, lending money to the cousin, Hangman, Page of Wands. They may be irresponsible with it. You'll have to accept that possibility and look toward the future about how that plays out. And number 5, the new job with Dave Victor, Hangman and Page of Wands. You'll need to learn what they're all about first. Don't expect to shine on the first day. Let them tell you what they need. All right, so now here's the wrench. We're taking away the Page of Wands. And what if the clarifier card, was the 9 of Pentacles? How would it be different? What I want you to do now is go back to the ones you know that you did and think about what you might say differently. And if there's one, if you can choose one in particular that you would, where this really changes the meaning, where this really changes it for you, what does it change it to? So look at what you did with the Hangman and the Page of Wands for each question, even if I didn't read it aloud. And now look at the Hangman with the 9 of Pentacles and find one question that you feel like, oh man, shut the front door. This changes things substantially. And in what way does it change it? So I'll do all 5. How will I do in school this semester? To me, this brings it into much more successful. Yes, the Page is a student and that's good, but the 9 of Pentacles is able to spend time alone, has the resources they need, and is able, I think, to get into, like both of these cards, they're very okay being alone and they can study alone. So that feels good. Should I lend money to my cousin? Heck yeah, you got plenty. You don't care if you get it back or not. You're wealthy. How is my sister doing on her journey towards substance abuse recovery? I would say very, very good, feeling very secure and having some family support. Does this current relationship have long-term potential? I would say less so with this card, honestly, less so. Just because so often the 9 of Pentacles is a person alone. And how will this new job for me be? Good, really good. Just know it's going to take some time to kind of figure everything out. And don't expect anyone to help you figure things out. You're going to have to figure it out on your own, but you can. So for me, some of them got better, some of them got worse. How did it go for you? Okay. So Julie, going back for number 1, how will I do in school this semester? With the Hangman and the Page of Wands, lots of time, hold up studying. All this is new to you. Use your creativity. When we swap out the Page of Wands for the 9 of Pence, we've got you will shine and enjoy the contemplation. Enjoy the contemplation time and what you're studying. Lisa Harmon, Hangman and 9 of Pentacles, went from don't procrastinate to studying and getting the grades, so it got better. Betty, with the 9 of Pentacles, it may take a while to get your money back, but the investment is going to pay off exponentially. That's for question 2, lending money to the cousin. So again, we are seeing how it all works. Here we go. Okay, we're seeing how it all works where the cards help create context. The questions help create context. So Dave, for number 4, which is the relationship, the Hanged Man and the 9 of Pentacles. Your partner is aloof and doesn't give much. She behaves like she's spoiled or from a privileged background. She needs a dose of reality. Aviva, first question, Hangman and Nine of Pentacles. You won't be sure what you'll major in, but you may aim toward a lucrative career. Very good, very good. And again, it is so good to read all of these different comments. And this is one of these great exercises where there's like no wrong answers, but we are learning from each other different ways that people see the cards. And we're seeing how the context of the question changes the way we see the card and how the context of a surrounding card changes the card. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious, Jamie Saunders. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm going to take this moment, since we have 2 new members. We have a members only live stream coming up this Tuesday. We're going to be doing a special divination and magic thing for the new year for 2022, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Join us live if you can. If not, watch the replay and you'll see there's quite a few members only videos here that you can enjoy, and more to come. And Betty says, Christiana, I am loving this class. Thank you. I am too. I am too. Ana Luisa. Okay, for question 4, the current relationship. Hangman and Nine of Pentacles. Yes, but you'll need to give him or her time to open up and understand his or her independent nature. He does not need her other half. She needs a worthy partner. That's a very interesting interpretation. I like it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. I am going to pull 1 card, and each of you, assuming you have your decks with you, and I bet you do, each of you will pull a clarifying card. So now it's going to get different, okay? Up until now, we've all been working with the same cards. Now we're going to be working all with the same card, 1, but all clarified with an individual card that you yourself have drawn. If you don't have your own deck, then no clarifier. Just work with the 1 card, and let me just read a couple of things that came in before we get to that. Ana Luisa, for question 4, the relationship with the 9 of Pentacles. Oh no, we did that one. Sorry. Aviva, question number 2, lending money to the cousin with the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe if it doesn't mean too much to you, the money and giving it away, there's no way to know what she'll do. She's so unfocused. Yeah. Dave, it's been my practice to not hear the question until after the reading, so it doesn't seem like I'm fudging my answer to fit. Is that a good idea or not? That way I don't get the context. Oh, and Sharon, thank you for your kind words. Consider coming to StarCon, where we'll have a bunch of wonderful teachers. Yay. So here's what I'm going to say about that, Dave. I would say, like, I do both within a reading. When I first sit down, I don't want to know the question. I'm not answering questions. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing. I may be getting questions. Then I'll have questions, and my client will have questions, and we'll answer those questions one at a time. So I think you need to be able to do both. You need to be able to hear a question and give an answer. And if you're working with a tarot spread, the position also offers context, because the position is a question, right? So there is that. Okay, and Aviva, for number 3, the sister, it makes her feel upside down and disoriented at times, but know you are always there for her if she fails. Okay. Very good. So I'm going to pull 1 card, and I will pull a clarifier myself. Will I do that? No, I won't do that. I will not do that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull 1 card, and I will give you my single card interpretation for each. But you are going to pull a clarifying card. So you're going to give your interpretation with the card I pulled, clarified by the card you pulled. This will be our last exercise. So just give the number of the question and the clarifying card that you yourself pulled. If you don't have a deck, just use my card, and so you can just say that, just say no clarifier and just use my card. So let me reiterate that because it's complex, or it feels complex right now. I'm going to pull a single card. I'm going to give you my interpretations for these 5 questions with that single card. You're going to look at my single card, and from your deck, you're going to pull a clarifier. You're going to put in the number of the question, the clarifier you pulled, and how you put your clarifier with the card I got to give an answer. So now it just gets crazy and complex. And if you don't have a deck with you, just use the single card. Does that make sense? All right, here we go. Now you get shuffled. I am shuffling. Ten of Wands. Okay. Question 1, how will I do in school this semester? You'll do fine, but it's going to be a lot. Be careful about what you're taking on. You may even need to drop a class or not do a particular extracurricular because it's a lot. Number 2, should I lend money to my cousin? It may be that there really is a need here. And if you can, maybe you should. Number 3, how is my sister doing on her journey towards substance abuse recovery? It is not easy. She understands the weight of it, and I think she's actually doing well. Number 4, does this current relationship have long-term potential? I think either you or the other person is carrying way too much from past family stuff or past relationships. This does not look good. Number 5, how will this new job be for me? I feel like they're going to ask for an awful lot and pay you very little. Okay, so now you pull a clarifier and let us know what the clarifier is and what question you're answering. You don't have to do all 5. You can if you want. And while we are waiting for some to come in, I will just let you know that we have one more class coming up. We've got one more meetup and one more class coming up this month, and then we'll have a whole bunch of new ones in December. And the class coming up is an Oracle card workshop. We're going to be working with Oracle cards, so that will be a lot of fun. Okay, Julie. Julie got the Knight of Swords. You have a heavy course load. Don't race through it. And then we have Ty. I bet you're going to say take your time. Okay, Karen Winkle. For first question, got the 8 of Pentacles. Even though this is a lot of work and you might want to quit, keep at it. You'll be successful if you just keep working at it. So you can see how that 8 of Pentacles gave confidence to this card. Dave got the Knight of Cups as a jumper. It may seem like a heavy load, but you've got it to do it. But you've got to do it. You may think you can get by on your charm, but get serious. Very interesting. So you can see how these different clarifiers really change where we're going with this card. That makes a lot of sense. Disco Bunny, Kristen, nice to see you. For the first question, 6 of Pentacles. You'll do okay, but it will be a burden. Make sure you aren't going into too much financial strain. Get a tutor or tutor someone else. Very good. Very, very good. I love that. Okay, the second question. Should I lend money to my cousin? Number 2, 10 of Wands and 8 of Pentacles. No, this is too much of a burden to you. Make her do her own work to make her own money. Aviva answering the first question, 9 of Pentacles. You'll have a lot of work, but it will lead to a lucrative future. Very good. Katie Davis, question 3, the sister. 3 of Cups. Oh, isn't that interesting? She may be having a challenging time taking on too much and not seeing the support she has around her. Gotcha. Suerte. 5th question, how will this new job be for me? 10 of Wands and 9 of Cups. It's going to be extremely tiring considering you're holding many responsibilities on your shoulders, but you'll be very well compensated for your efforts. Very good. I am loving this. I am loving seeing how the different cards change the interpretation, change the context. Lisa Harmon, number 3, the Hierophant. It's going to be tough going, but have faith and you'll succeed. You know where I would go with the Hierophant? I so often see the Hierophant as like doctors and institutions. I would say either she's in rehab or she needs to go to rehab. Just my thought. But I love what you said too, Lisa. It's all good. It's excellent. Okay, Ana Luisa using Mystic Mondays. I love Mystic Mondays. Question 3. The sister, 10 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. It will take some time. Relapses are cyclical. When she's succeeding, she goes back to drinking, maybe self-sabotage. I would totally see it that way. And I'd also wonder about gambling addiction as well. Karen Winkle, question 3, the sister, 8 of Pentacles. This is really hard for her, but she's making an honest effort to recover. Yeah. Natasha, first question, 3 of Swords. Oh my golly gosh. The 10 of Wands and the 3 of Swords for school. Heavy course load. Work hard so there are no disappointments. Right. Okay. And number 2, with the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Cups, it's a lot of money he's asking for. Make sure he's good at handling the money and dealing with people. Aviva, question number 2, lending money to the cousin, 10 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. It's a decision you need to get a lot of thought to as it involves a lot of money. Natasha, number 2, 3 of Swords. No, immediately no. I get it. Yep. Clumsy Clairvoyance, number 5, Clarifier Justice. This job may be asking you to do work that you aren't comfortable with or that is not paid for fairly. Or you know what else it could be? Like I used to work for Community Action. We did social justice work. And oh my gosh, we worked long hours for like no money, but we were there for a cause. I could see that too in that situation, right? Okay, Karen Winkle, question 4. Does this current relationship have long-term potential? 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. It's a huge drain. Is it worth all the work required to maintain it? Oh, Lisa, I hadn't thought about rehab. Yeah, I just wanted to share that because like I've got this like heavy thing with the Hierophant as the priest of any church. So it's like a doctor who is the church, a priest of the Church of Medicine. An attorney is the priest of the Church of the Law. So, and institutions, hospitals, all of that. For me, very Hierophant-y. And I don't know if other people really see it that way, but it's been really helpful to me to do that. So I just thought I'd share. All right. Okay, Natasha, 3 with the 3 of Swords. Struggle for her, triggers her emotionally. She'll need major, major support. Sure. Aviva, number 3, 10 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, hard work, and it may cost you if you've paid for her rehab. I love it. Very, very good. Very good. You know, the other thing I might go with that 9 of Pentacles, there is this thing with the 9 of Pentacles that's hereditary. It's about inheritance. And so it may be that the alcoholism or the substance abuse runs in the family. Okay. Peggy Lou Levens, number 5, death. Hell no, run away, right? Yeah, that job's not going to last. Disco Bunny, number 3, 7 of Swords. She's probably doing lines of cokes behind the house at night. You'll need to check on her and get her support. Yeah, no doubt. Rick, number 1, 9. I think you've just gone on to the next exercise there, Rick. Okay. And here's Lisa with the Hierophant for number 4, 10 of Wands, number 4, Hierophant. Does the current relationship have long-term potential? He's conservative and traditionalist. Are you willing to do the work, right? Right. So the other thing, though, is the Hierophant can be the priest that you go to when you get married. So it's a card that can predict marriage. But should you? You could, but should you? So many interesting questions. Okay, so we are in our last 5 minutes. I want to thank everyone for playing. And again, I hope you read the comments. If you want to come back and watch this again, or if you want to read the comments later, remember it takes 24 hours for the comments to come up after we're no longer live. So at this point, I would love to hear your questions and comments about this process. Obviously, this is not a process that you would use for any kind of reading. It was just an exercise. It was a boot camp. So any questions, any comments about any of this? I will just look at a few of these others. Natasha, for question 5, the 3 of Swords. Oh my gosh, you'll be overworked in a negative work environment. You may want to consider something else that will be more rewarding. Hey, Linda Langan, number 5, Ace of Cups. It will be a lot, but you will meet a lot of wonderful coworkers. Go for it. You see how the clarifying card makes a difference. So clarifying cards, what they do is they provide a context. So interesting. So very good. Hey, Chara Saddlemeyer, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Question number 1, the 6 of Cups. You have a lot to figure out and hard work ahead. Get a mentor. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. All right. Oh, Aviva, you were at Omega. So cool. So consider StarCon. I'm going to chat about StarCon for a couple of minutes here now. StarCon will be available online on Excel Events and also in person in Palm Beach Gardens. Same classes available. Whatever ticket type you get those classes, whether you're in person or online. And whether you're in person or online, you also have 30 days to watch the recordings. We have some great speakers, some great classes. Definitely check it out. And this is so funny. We have a committee who figured out the ticket prices, and they were more generous than I would have been. And so someone called yesterday to verify a ticket, and I was like, no, there's no ticket that does that. Oh, yeah, there was. I had to call her back. So read the ticket descriptions because they are extremely generous. Ticket prices range from $50 up to $425. All right. All right. Okay. Dave, boot camp. Yeah, I feel like I just did a forced march of 10 miles. Yeah. Okay. Morena, this was super fun. I loved all the little tips for interpretation. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Kylie's great exercise for opening your mind and adding new keywords to the ones you've maybe gotten too comfortable with. You know, I feel like we always have to be collecting new keywords. I learned some new keywords here today. We are always learning new keywords, and that's how intuition comes into it too, is sometimes intuition will tell you which keyword to use. So I have been really working my Instagram recently. If you are on Instagram, I would really ask you to follow me at Christiana Tarot and StarCon at StarCon, STAARCON. I am having way too much fun for you not to be there. Please do like this video. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Ana Luisa, where have you been? We have missed you so very much. Tomorrow I will be back. I haven't put the link up yet, but I will. I'll be back at noon with the Friday weekly wrap up. Saturday, and that's Eastern time. Saturday, I will be back at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time with the Saturday Psychic Sampler. Monday, 9:30 a.m. with the 3-card weekly reading. So we do usually like 4 free reading sessions every week. And then we do like 2 meetups and 2 or 3 classes and 1 members only live stream. And your tarot scopes, which I pre-record, a couple of pre-recorded videos for members. That's what we try to do. There's also a lot. I mean, I've had this channel since time began, I swear to goodness. So you'll find like episodes of my old webcast before we really did live streaming on social media. You will find a series I used to have called Answers to Your Questions About Tarot. you'll see what I looked like when I was 10 years younger than I am right now. So dig through. There is a bunch of stuff on this channel. Definitely dig through. Rick, I'm very new to tarot and I just bought your book, Tarot Tour Guide and Fortune Stellar. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If you have any questions about any of them, please feel free to reach out. And remember, we do have a Room and Zoom class coming up at the end of the month. Tarot communication for depth and clarity. You can, if you happen to be local, come to our conference room. That's not this room, that's the room next door. Or you can come in on Zoom. You need a ticket. Go to my website, christianagodet.com. You can get a ticket for that. You can also sign up for my newsletter, read my blogs, and book an appointment with me if you'd like. Thank you all so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate you. For those of you watching in archive, I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, cool. Will and Charmaine, I'm completely new here and so thankful for finding you. Shout out to Benabel Wen for mentioning you on her website. Well, thank you. Is anything happening Sunday? You know, that's an interesting question. When do we have our meetup? Is it this Sunday? Is it? Let me see. Why, yes, it is. Thank you for reminding us, Dave. For those of you who are local, this Sunday, 4 p.m., Panera in Palm City. We are doing our local meetup. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the reminder. Oh, and Betty said I did a lot of deck reviews on this channel. Yeah, I still do them occasionally, deck and book reviews. Absolutely. So thank you all so much. Please do subscribe. Please do like this video. Thank you to all the members. Thank you to everyone who came in with super chats and super stickers. And thank you to the new members. Yes, our meetup is called Cards and Conversation, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, obviously, here in Palm City, Florida at Panera. Please do join us there if you happen to be around. See you all. Thank you so much for coming to play with me tonight. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.